nothing is better than riding a motorcycle carelessly and irresponsibly. That is what actually makes riding a motorcycle so much fun. After all, there's nothing that compares to the feeling of when something bad happens to you because of a stupid decision you made, to be able to complain and blame others for it when you could have avoided it in the first place. When you're riding your bike and you come to an area where you see something that could be possibly dangerous, like grass clippings on the road or pebbles, rocks, or anything else, don't even think about taking an alternate route. Just go ahead and ride over it. Ultimately, if you do crash, fall, or something bad happen to you or your bike, you will have the opportunity to get upset and complain that somebody caused it, instead of necessarily complaining as to why you didn't take an alternate route for it. It makes for a much better and joyful experience. Remember that if you're planning to travel to other states to ride your motorcycle, there's no need for you to do any kind of research. You can just whether go into Facebook and look what other members are posting, pictures possibly outdated as to what is legal and not legal to do, or simply just look for pictures on the internet. There is no need to actually call or waste time doing any kind of research as to what is legal or not in those areas. Those outdated pictures will definitely provide you with all the information needed. And ultimately, if you end up breaking any laws or get pulled over, any citations or anything like that, you can always think about the fact that you did what you were supposed to do, and after all, they are in the wrong, not necessarily. When deciding to ride under a lightning storm, remember that you should be able to ride as safe as car drivers do. I mean, after all, car drivers are insulated already due to the fact that they drive inside of vehicles that keep them in some sort of a bubble. But don't worry about it. You're obviously insulated too. As long as you're wearing your helmet, your jacket, and your chaps, you're obviously insulated from the elements. It is nonsense to think that the water that will pour down on you and ultimately touch the water will make you grounded enough for you to be struck by lightning. That is just wrong and stupid thinking from people that don't really know any better. So you just go ahead and do it. You should be just fine. Keep in mind that a very high part of the fun of riding a motorcycle is being able to ride over flooded areas. I mean, what is it better than being able to ride on an area where you cannot see the ground and you can't possibly see what's under the water? Ultimately, if you end up falling and crashing and your bike gets totaled, or if the water is just too high and you end up totally in the bike just because of the water, you can always blame on the fact that it wasn't your fault. You did what you were supposed to do, which was try to get to where you're going without necessarily thinking about taking an alternate route. After all, there's nothing like the feeling of having to pay for a bike that you no longer have, and possibly not be able to get another one for quite a while. Remember, enjoy, have fun. And by the way, I would like to make a disclaimer. All these videos that I do are pretty much sarcastic humor. I do think so, and I know so. Maybe. So therefore, I am not serious in any of it, or maybe I am. Depends on how you look at it. I am a firm believer that nature should work itself out. So therefore, if you end up following my advice, well, have fun with it. If you don't follow my advice, well, good for you. Have fun with it too. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the weekend for the oil change video. Peace.